Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about my top... Wait a second, I think there's something on the camera, wait. Give me a sec. Oh, that's a bit better, I guess. Wait a second. You guys look different. Did you lose some weight or something?
Don't you remember, Fletch? You got a new...
Cooper, not now! I'm trying to work this out. Anyway, as I was saying, today we're going to take a look at my top 10 games of the entire year. Nintendo games, for that matter. Sorry, I just can't shake it. There's something different about you guys. Did you put some makeup on or something?
That's what I was trying to say. You got
Cooper, now's not the time. I'm a bit busy. I'll just have to ignore it. Whatever. Let's get right into it then. Oh! That's right, I got a new camera!
That's it, I'm done. Goodbye, Wolf. I'm leaving. I'll see you next time.
Huh. Wonder why I'd say that.
Okay, so I've got to be honest with you all. I haven't actually finished Bravely Default, and I know I shouldn't be putting a game that I haven't finished on my list, but when I look at my activity log, it says that I had spent 40 hours on it. That's got to indicate that I had some fun with it, and, well, I did. Before I hit a wall in the game where the repetition starts to set in, and I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about if you finish the game, I had a great time thanks to its Brave and Default system and its general scale. It's especially expansive for a portable system, and overall, it's just a game that is absolutely essential for any fan of JRPGs. I actually only recently picked Shovel Knight up, but it didn't take too long to realise how impressive it is. The graphics are a real throwback to the past for those who grew up then. But at the same time, it plays like a polished and modern platformer. Shovel Knight controls like a dream, making you feel to blame for every one of your deaths. Every wrong move you make feels like your fault, leaving you only to blame yourself, and that's a great thing. With all this in mind though, I can't help but feel it's a bit too overrated. It's a lot of fun, but I don't think it's the best platformer of the year.
What? Shovel Knight is absolute perfection! I mean, no other game makes me feel like a kid again.
Yeah, but I don't have the same nostalgia, Cooper. I respect your opinion, but... Wait a second. You feel like a kid again? How old are you? What?
Oh, I gotta go. Mother's called me in. See you later.
Hey, wait, you can't... I won't go on too extensively since I have already done a review on this game, which you can check out by clicking the link right over here, but Hyrule Warriors is great fan service for the ever-growing Zelda fanbase. Not only does it make you feel awesome as you mow down thousands of enemies as if they were specks of dust, it also has loads of things to do thanks to its adventure mode. Adventure mode is really long and could easily keep you busy for hundreds of hours. Although all the modes included do boil down to the same sort of enemy slaughter, it does do enough to justify the price. With a wealth of characters and even DLC that's still being released, this is a game that will undoubtedly keep you satisfied, if you're a Zelda fan. For the second time, I won't go on too much since I have already done a review on Layton vs. Wright, but in short, it's great for fans like me.
Oh my gosh, Fletch. You have done so many reviews. I'm going to subscribe to you.
Oh shucks, kind viewer. You're the...
Did I read it right?
Hey Cooper, don't say that. You'll wreck the illusion. Anyway, so Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright is how to do fan service, pun intended, right. It doesn't feel like a cash-in, and is almost always interesting throughout its surprisingly long story. Although the plot sounds simple at the beginning, it develops substantially, making for a much more meaningful conclusion, and completely on another track to what I thought was just going to be a boring witchcraft story. The gameplay of both Ace Attorney and Layton meshes really well, making for a good twist on both of their typical formulas. If you're a fan of either series, definitely pick this up, and if you're not, play one of their core games and then come back. I can absolutely assure you, you will not regret it. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze actually really surprised me, believe it or not. You know, I saw some of the reviews raving about how good it was, but I don't know, a platform with a monkey who collects bananas sounds like the most generic idea. Well, at least on paper. Tropical Freeze is fantastic. Its level design is downright incredible, and at the same time, difficult. Like, really difficult. Some of these levels will test you, and make you rethink how good you were at platformers. Each level also has its own unique draw to it, keeping things incredibly fresh. They just keep pulling things out of the bag that you haven't seen before, and that's just great. The graphics are vivid and bright, as well as varied throughout each world. It doesn't even stick to the usual themes of 2D Mario. I mean, believe it or not, this game doesn't even have a lava world.
But there is an ice world.
Yeah, well, Cooper, what do you expect? It's called Tropical Freeze. Besides, that world has some incredibly interesting levels, and shouldn't be overlooked just because of its theme. Anyway, I'm going on for too long. This is essentially the platformer for gods, and shouldn't be overlooked. This probably is better than New Super Mario Bros. U, and even though it does have a deceiving exterior, it's definitely worth picking up if you already own a Wii U. For the third time, I won't talk too much about this game since I actually reviewed it a few days ago, which you can—
Fletch! Stop advertising yourself! Jeez!
Okay, I get it, Cooper. It won't happen again. Anyway, Rune Factory 4, although it took a pretty long time to come out here in Australia, was definitely worth the wait. Its interesting combination of farming and combat makes a return and further refines the already refined system. Rune Factory 4 is also packed with stuff to do, making you keep yourself busy practically every virtual day, and real day for that matter. The townsfolk are extremely interesting as well, making the whole friendship dating mechanic even more enticing. If you're looking for a game that will keep you interested and maybe even get close to replacing Animal Crossing, look no further. And if you're looking for more information about this game, you can check out my review by clicking the link right up.
Don't make me come over there.
I'm just kidding, Cooper, I'm just kidding. All good? Whew.
Don't you dare say it! Don't you dare say it!
Okay, fine, I won't. Child of Light is close to perfection, doing practically everything right. The story is equally touching and unique, going over the themes of growing up and loss of innocence. Its gameplay is basically a typical turn-based combat sort of thing, but it has a big twist thanks to its weight and cast mechanic. It succeeds in meshing both action and strategy, making every battle feel a lot less grindy than if it was just straight turn-based. But the absolute best thing about it is its presentation, both visually and musically. The soundtrack is simply moving. I mean, just listen to its credits theme. That might put you in tears. And if you pause the game at any moment, I assure you, you will have a painting. It's available on all other consoles as well, so you can't really miss it.
Pause it at any moment, eh? Well, is this a painting?
amusing.
You know, I'm glad you didn't advertise your review for Child of Light. You've come a long way, son.
Yeah, no problem. I've grown past advertising now. Now on to Mario Kart 8. MK8 is downright beautiful, easily one of the best looking games Nintendo has ever put out. The online is great and runs almost flawlessly. And the racing, oh my god, it is phenomenal. MK8's core racing is so much fun. I mean, I don't think I've spent this long on a Mario Kart game since 64. The anti-gravity is a nice twist, and the air and underwater racing come back as well, but the simple racing around the track is so darn fun. I can't emphasize it enough, you just have to play it to see what I mean. Even though there aren't a wealth of modes, MK8 is essential to all Wii U owners.
Oh, that reminds me. I once did this video on how to make the perfect entry into the Mario Kart series, which you can watch by clicking the link right over here.
Did you just advertise yourself again? Do we want a repeat of last review?
Oh, you mean my Rune Factory 4 review that I did a few days ago, which you can check out by clicking this link right.
You just did it again. You just.
Let's move to number 2. Number 2.
Alright, number 2. So, this is a game that exceeded everything I thought. Absolutely all of my preconceived ideas. So out of the blue that I was even considering skipping over it just because it didn't seem like my type of game. But I'm glad I didn't. Bayonetta 2 is downright one of the best games I have ever played. It is flawless in its execution, keeping me at peak interest the entire time. Platinum Games was not lying when they said Bayonetta 2 was a non-stop climax game. Seriously, how many games are out there that involve you fighting on a jet, then a train, and soon growing wings and fighting a dragon on top of a giant tower? All in the first chapter. Seriously, saying this is not your type of game without playing it is an injustice to yourself. And the fact that the original Bayonetta is bundled free with its sequel, I advise you, no, I implore you, pick this game up. The developers definitely deserve the support. I could not put anything higher. Super Smash Bros. This year is the quintessential game for the entire year. I really considered putting Bayonetta 2 higher, but the amount of fun that Smash brings is practically unbeatable. The hype train cannot be stopped. Playing this game with a group of friends and hearing every single person in the room scream at the top of their lungs is an experience that can't be replicated in many other games. The fighting in Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS is at its best, easily accessed by newcomers. The sheer amount of content is astounding and cannot be completed without time and dedication. The online, brace yourself, actually works, and pretty well at that, adding so much more playtime. The modes are pretty substantial, and the characters are so well balanced. Even with all of the added features, Smash Bros. Is simply a memory creator, just in its normal mode. And it all depends on what you do with it. Playing online and by yourself is a lot of fun, but by playing with other people in the same room, things reach another level. I mean, already, I've made some pretty good memories of playing Smash with other people, and it always makes for a fun time, even if those people don't like Nintendo games. Even though I would say the Wii U version is a bit superior to the 3DS, you really can't go wrong. It's a system seller, plain as day. And a damn good one as well.
Wow, 2014 was a lot better than I expected. What do you reckon, Cooper?
Look, Fletch, I don't care. I'm still mad that you advertise yourself. You're making us look really bad. Don't you get it?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Hey, I know what to do. Let's settle this in Smash. Oh, come on, Cooper. You know you want to. I know you love Smash.
Alright, let's do this!
Now that's the Cooper I know. Come on, let's do this. I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. Prepare to get your ass handed to you. So, Cooper, no hard feelings?
Not quite yet. Ah, now we're okay. No hard feelings.
That's it. Prepare yourself. I guess you could say it's, time to tip the scales, huh?
I don't know about that, because I'm really feeling it.
I gotta give you points for that, that was pretty good. Meteor. Oh,
Haha, missed!
Close.
And here we go.
Come on.
Here we go. Oh no, wrong way!
Gotcha.
Oh,
Skidoosh.
I'm not out yet. Oh!